Well, here we are. Welcome back, everybody, to another great evening on Out the Box Radio Show. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. It's been like, I feel like a month. It might have been like a month. It's been a couple weeks for sure. So we are long overdue, but we are back on air. We are happy to be here tonight. We have a lot of great stuff to talk about, a lot of topics, a lot of videos. You know, I love my videos. And a few special guests as well. Megan and Jared will not be joining us tonight. They are both unavailable. Jonee is stuck in the rain. If you are out here in Baltimore, you know the rain, the storm is moving. So it went over my house, and now it's near the city. So she is stuck in a little bit of rain traffic, but she'll be joining us in just a little bit. But in the meantime, I do want to bring on two very special guests. If they're both backstage, we call it backstage. And friends to the show who have joined us before. So let's go ahead and bring them on, and then I'll do some introductions. There is one.
Can you hear me?
Cherie, yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Cherie? I know last time we had a little bit of difficulty with, well, good thing is her microphone's working, because last time the microphone wasn't working. But we were able to see her. So it looks like her mic is working and her video is working. But hopefully she'll be able to hear me as well. So in the meantime, what I want to do while I'm waiting for Cherie to come back and our other special guest, I do want to show you guys a quick last minute, literally in the past 10 minutes, trailer that I got in so we can show it on air live. Some of the producers from this production company are going to be tuning into the show tonight, and I wanted to help to promote this new movie that's coming out. The movie is called Shriek Show. Shriek Show is a horror thriller, edge of your seat type of movie. And if you're anything like me and you love Halloween, but you like hate clowns and you just hate being like just out in the middle of nowhere, you know, in the forest, and you don't know what the hell is going to happen to you, let me tell you, this movie is good because we'll be able to make you jump a little bit. We had so much fun filming this movie. We filmed it last year, actually, in October and November, so around Halloween of last year. So it was the perfect setting. And you'll see in the trailer, the set that we had was actually a real live, like a horror park, if you will. They rent out this place for people to do like a haunt every Halloween. And so we used their set, and it was the perfect scenery for this film. This film will be coming out in 2021. It was supposed to come out this year, but due to COVID-19, it got pushed back, and they still have a little bit of filming to do. There are some celebrity guest appearances in this film, some principal roles as well as some featured roles. So you're going to see, hopefully, if you're like an 80s or 90s horror film fan, you're going to see some familiar faces, especially in this trailer in the beginning, is a very famous horror actress who, well, I don't want to give it away. Hopefully you recognize her. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and show you this new trailer for the official film called Shriek Show that I starred in. Take a look. Keep an eye out for the Banana Man, because I am actually the official Banana Man in this trailer. But I want to show you guys, so take a look right now. We'll be right back.
And I want you home at 12.
12 on Halloween?
Can't I stay out a little later than that?
No, 12. Take it or leave it, Alex.
Fine.
Why are we doing this again?
Okay, it'll be fun.
I don't know.
You don't want us to go in there, do you?
Of course I do.
Come on in, don't be shy. They're waiting for you.
Ooh. Now, I probably don't sound so scared, but trust me, I still have goosebumps seeing that trailer. Yo, the last clown, if you were just watching the one that popped up with like the blood in his mouth coming down. Now, he plays a really good character. He gets into character like none other. I've never met somebody who's been in the horror industry who can play a role so well that when you're done filming, he's still playing the character even when you're off set. That's the type of shit that I love. But with him, he scared the heck out of me because I don't like clowns. And so he was chasing me around after we were filming, and I about shit myself. I don't play like that. So it was time for me to book it and go home because I was a little scared. But that was the trailer for the movie Shriek Show that's coming out in 2021. It's also on YouTube. Fuzzy Monkey Films is the production company. So look them up on Facebook and YouTube, Fuzzy Monkey Films. They have a lot of short films and horror films as well. That's their specialty, is in the thriller and horror avenue. So this is going to be a #1 for them, and we are super excited when this comes out. But I do want to bring on our guest again. So that was just a quick preview of Shriek Show. We have a good friend of the show, Cherie, who is joining us, and Kelsey as well.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, can you both hear me okay?
Yeah, can y'all hear us?
Yes. Okay, great. Oh, this is perfect. I love it when technology is on my side. That's awesome. How are you ladies doing?
Good.
You know, hanging in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on over here, but it's okay.
It's a lot. You know what? First of all, I love your background, Kelsey, because I love plants. I have plants in my house all downstairs, and I love it.
I have so many plants. We have like a whole little jungle over this side and one in that corner.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, but you can bring a little bit of the outside in, because right now we're not able to go out and do as much. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Cherie, I haven't talked to you in a long time. How have you been?
I'm
Busy.
going. It's been a lot going on, but I'm just taking day by day. I'm filming something Saturday, so
Nice.
that'll probably be like on the last thing I filmed for a while until these TV shows kicking off. They look like they're coming back. I'm seeing some stuff come back. A lot of stuff come back, so I'm waiting for that and this other projects. But
Nice.
any actor who come to me and asks, hey, you got any project? Nope, 2021. I'm not doing no more projects until 2021.
Right. Push it back until we're safe, right?
On the line.
And so, Kelsey, what are you doing out in California? You're still out. Are you in LA or are you in
I'm in LA.
LA? And so it's chaotic right now.
What was that?
Is it pretty chaotic in LA?
Yeah. Like my face, I think says it all. It's so weird. It's orange outside just now because of the fires.
Oh my goodness.
So that's cool. And then, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, there's a little bit of like static, but I don't know.
Yeah?
Sure it is. Yeah, but I can hear you just fine. It's just like it's not like someone's typing, but
Okay. So it's a little hectic here. I've tried to like not step outside since I have such bad allergies.
yeah.
And it's gross out. So I haven't done anything really, but it's just been self-tape after self-tape over here. Trying to get the ball rolling with some other things with friends and acting classes and singing lessons. The same.
Nice.
Good
Is it
stuff.
all virtual right now?
Yeah, thankfully. I had a Zoom class this morning, so it was great.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. At least you're still able to do something. That's
Exactly. It's not time wasted. It's just spent differently.
right. And so we were texting, Kelsey and I were texting the other day when I asked her to join us tonight. And coincidentally, I always end up, and she mentioned this as well, I always end up messaging her like right before she comes back to Maryland.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works like that, but that's our connection, Kels. I don't know what to say.
You really do. I don't know. Your Kelsey senses like gotta be tingling.
Yeah, my radar is up. So when are you coming back to join us in Maryland?
I'll be home in October and then again in December as of now.
Nice.
So that'll be nice just to have some time away from all of this craziness.
All the craziness, right? And do you still have a lot of family out here?
Yeah, my parents and my brother all live there. So,
Oh, okay, so they're still out here. Okay, well, good. Well, hopefully we'll have a chance. I know with COVID it's pretty hard, but hopefully we'll have a chance to still see you while you're in town. Yeah, and we'll make it work. And maybe if you're here for a couple weeks, are you here for a couple of weeks or like 1 week?
I'm here. I'm there for 3 weeks. I have like some other stuff to do in the couple weeks, so it'll be like a week and a half of free time.
Okay, cool.
Not bad.
Well, we'll let you know maybe because we do have an in-studio show as well. And and we're in a different location though. We're in Greenbelt now. We're not in Baltimore.
Cool. So are you guys doing the in-studio now, or you're going to start doing it soon?
You know, it's like it's not even 50-50. I'd say it's 25-75. So we do mostly remote shows, but once or twice a month we do have in studio. We haven't fully transitioned back yet, but a lot of shows on Ripped Radio Network are starting to go back at least once or twice a month. So
cool.
Yeah, so we'll be back in at the end of this month and then again in October. So I'll definitely let you know about that. So yeah, so I know Jonee is going to be joining us shortly. She's on her way home from probably work. And I did want to talk to her about a few topics, but I'm going to throw it out to start with you, Kelsey. We love to have general topics here on Out the Box Radio show. So with you and with Sheree both, I would love to throw out a couple of general topics and see what you guys think. This is about dating, okay? So, that gets juicy.
You love the juicy stuff.
Oh, I love the juicy stuff. So, ladies, tell me, out of all the men that you've dated, that sounds really bad, not to say like all of them, but, maybe there's a few. Out of the men you've dated, what would you say is the best and worst quality that you found?
Okay, I like this. Sheree, if you think of something first, you can go ahead.
Yeah, best quality is just having a good personality. Definitely having a good personality.
Okay, so that's the best quality. Yeah.
But then worst quality, I just hate when the dudes show off. Like I'm not into that flashy type stuff. So just be yourself. Like I like you, but I'm not into like that flashy type. I don't need money. I don't need you having all these cherries on. Like be yourself. And if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I definitely want us to like be different people, but support each other's goals. Not looking like children running after each other. Well, I'm gonna support your goals and push back all my goals. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, and flashy people get on my nerves too, and I think a lot of people will not just throw money around, but they'll just throw anything they can around if they have it and somebody else doesn't. So I don't like them either. So first, before we go to Kelsey, I just want to say welcome, JoJo.
Hi guys.
Welcome.
Sorry I'm late.
No, you're fine.
You know when it rains, people forget how to drive.
Yep.
Oh.
Every time.
Not just when it rains.
But it's like it's heightened when it rains.
Oh yeah, people just freak out. Yeah.
Y'all find my hair. I'm gonna tell
no, you good.
I'm gonna tell y'all about what happened to me Tuesday. Like I'm gonna tell y'all. So
okay, well we definitely need to hear that because I like juicy stuff, and you're drinking some wine, so it's gonna be. So the question, I'm Kelsey, but JoJo, the question was, out of all the men that you ladies have dated, yeah, you know where I'm going with this. What is the best and worst quality that you found in your man. So Cherie did answer. Cherie, the best quality was personality.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst, Cherie said, was someone who's flashy and shows off, which I completely agree. So Kelsey, I'm going to turn it over to you now and see what you have to say.
I would say my favorite quality, it's a toss-up from either like being an honest person
Mm-hmm.
or taking the time to learn my love language.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's way different when somebody like knows how to read you and knows how to operate with you as a person and show it that way, and then you can reciprocate that.
Right.
That's just, I think, off the charts for me. And then the worst. This one's always tough. The worst is I don't think I've really dated anybody who was a liar, because that would be bad.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah, I don't. That would be number one, but I haven't dated any that have blatantly lied. I don't think.
Oh, you're so blessed.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I think there was one.
You are.
But that's whatever.
Okay.
There was one guy though that wasn't what's the word? Like, I don't want to say he wasn't kind to wait staff, but he wasn't like understanding of their scenarios and stuff. Like he once said something when I tried to I stacked my own plates. And he was like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, I literally, like, I think I had a sandwich or something, like a toasted sandwich, so I made a freaking mess. And I was like, because I got crumbs all over the table. And he was like, so what you're saying is I don't have to tip them for doing their job? And I was like,
right. When did I say that?
I said, actually, it's the worst. That was the worst. And I think he goes along with being flashy too.
Okay.
That was like a status thing for him.
So me, like the flashy thing, I like a little flash. I ain't even gonna lie. And you know what I'm saying? Like I can deal with a little flash. It's the over the top. That's too much for me.
Okay.
So, you know, like a little drip here and there, I can deal with that. But when you go over and above, you know, I mean, every single Instagram post has to be, you know, stacks of money, and you know, like that's too much. That's too much. So I feel you guys on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right. So for me, the worst has to be. It's so many. It's just so many worse. But I think the one thing that really tops it off for me is immaturity. Immaturity, you know, I'll be 33 next week. So for me, you're 30 plus or even like really close to 30, like at some point you have to grow up. Yeah. You can't walk around treating every woman terribly because you got your fucking feelings hurt in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, grow up. That for me is, I can't deal with the immaturity. The best trait is someone, and I have to piggyback off of what Kelsey said, somebody that pays attention. Because I'm a Virgo, I'm very analytical, and I'm verbal about what it is that I want and what I expect. I'm a perfectionist in my own right, so I want to make sure that you know what it is that you're supposed to do. So I do communicate in that way. So I don't want to have to say the same thing over and over and over again. If you have somebody that hears you the first time or even the second time and they just go with it, that to me is just it's amazing. So that would be the worst and best trait in a man.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, before we switch topics, I'll give mine really quick, because you know, I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm like, to choose from the long list. Let me find which one out of the long list. Okay.
It's a long list.
It's a long list. I will say the best one is the easiest one for me. The best one would have to be somebody who, I think I agree with Cherie, someone who has a very down-to-earth personality like me, who's very outgoing, very funny, love to have a good time, because when you have that with somebody and you're compatible in that way, it just makes everything so different. So I would say compatibility with personality. That's the first thing that was the best trait. Now, the worst is where it gets hard, but I'm going to have to bump up the worst. The very top one would have to be a lack of support. And I don't mean financially, because I don't need that. I mean mentally, physically, emotionally. A lack of support, not caring about what I do, whether it's my job, whether it's acting, modeling, just not supporting me and not showing any motivation or energy around it. Like, I just don't like that. Maybe it's not everybody's thing, and I get that, but I've had some bad experiences before where fights have started because of something as small as I'm going to filming and they don't remember me telling them, or they don't care about my filming and they want me to spend time with them and not go to film. And I'm like, okay, so it gets hard, especially in relationships, and especially even now in my marriage, it's also hard because my husband's supportive, but he comes from a country where acting and modeling is not really a thing. So it's more of, oh, you're just doing that for fun. Like, it's a hobby. Now, he's not who I'm talking about just now, but he's also in this kind of in the middle boat because he doesn't understand the passion or the drive that we have as entertainers because it's not common in his country. So it's difficult. It's really difficult. But yeah, lack of support is hard.
I have to agree. Like, everybody made really great points on like the best and the worst qualities. And I have to agree on every angle with you guys. Like, I feel you, Justin. Like, support is big. Paying attention is big.
Communication.
Communication is
if something
big.
is wrong, talk about it. I don't know what I mean, I can't say for everybody else, but like, I love to talk. So like, if something's wrong, I'm not going to be mean about it. I'm going to voice my opinion. But like, some people just hold it in and then they just shut you out, and they don't want to deal with it on their own. They don't want to even see you until they get over whatever it is they're going through. But like, talk about it. Somehow find a way to talk about it, because trust me, that is very unhealthy in a relationship if you can't communicate and you can't talk about problems.
Yeah. That is true. Ooh, chill.
Talk about it. So switching gears, I want to know, not relationship wise, but just talking about life. I think we are all heading up into our 30s or beyond, I believe, or close to, if not already. What is adulting like in your 20s to 30s? What does that look like? Because it's different from when you're 21 or 22 years old.
Well, I'm 26.
So you're right at the sweet spot, actually.
Yeah.
So
It's hard. It's hard. I hate it. This is weird. This is a weird time to be 26. Let me tell you.
You want to reset the year.
Adulting is remembering to fold my clothes before I go to bed. Period. That's it. There's actually on my bed, so that way I can't go to sleep without putting them away.
That's good. Force yourself to do it.
I napped on the couch though. Still.
You gotta start throwing clothes on the couch too.
That's what 26 feels like, honestly. That's it. It's not.
Yeah.
It's wild. Cherie had something.
Cherie, what would you say? What would you say adulting is like from 20s to 30s?
I mean, it's scary, man. I'm not even ready to turn that age. It's like, I work with a bunch of young adults and maybe it's like my age, and I'll be like, yo, please take me young again, because it's like you didn't worry about nothing. And now it's like I'm 30. I'm just about to get my first car. Close to entering out 2 years. I'm well living my own, but I didn't did a lot in my 20s. But it's just like it's scary because you gotta be even more independent.
Yeah.
And like if I get one sound like I want to turn everybody on the house. So, it's growing up. It's like it's real scary. You got every Friday you get paid. You like, okay, in here. It's like, okay, we'll push this back to 2 weeks from now.
Right.
More bills. And still
Right.
So it's definitely
Right.
scary. But I always try to tell people when I'm taking this advice too. And look, you ain't getting older. People say 30 is young. And I mean, it still is, but I just say like definitely live your life. Like don't always completely worry about work. Because I think that's what all of us do. That's what I love that the pandemic. You know, I hate that it's about money. But when it comes, like, it made everybody stop for a second and just like be free.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta chase the money, get the bag.
Right.
You know, especially when you're an adult and you start to change next steps of buying a house and doing this and this and this, and everything's focusing on where you're going financially and if you're gonna make it, paying
it's stressful.
It's very stressful.
It's so stressful, and it like from my point of view, like not only do I have a mortgage, I have a rental property that I own, so I have to maintain that. Now that, thank God, I paid out right. Like I don't have any like mortgage or anything on it, but I'm still responsible for the water bill. I'm still responsible for keeping up with the property. And then I have the tag and title. That's another bill. Like every month I gotta pay that rent for that lease. And then I have the tow truck company, so I have to pay for the garage that's in every month. So it's like bills, and then it's I don't, where, when you were a kid or like younger, you could say, listen, Ma, Daddy, I need help. Like my parents will always be there to help me, but like these are my responsibilities. This is what falls on my shoulders. So I have to make sure that I make a way to pay. Like that shit is for me personally, that's the biggest thing. The biggest difference between my 20s, because like my early 20s, I was in college, so that is like the life, because you're an adult but you don't have the responsibilities of an adult. My only responsibility was to go to class and make good grades and have a little job so that I can, if I didn't move off of campus, I stayed on campus, so my tuition covered that. Get a little job to, make sure I can buy the clothes that I want. But that was it. But I still had the freedom of an adult. So once that was over with, and I had to go into the real world and really take care of myself, I didn't really get to this point until my late 20s, early 30s. So it is a huge difference. I didn't have bills back then. Now I have not just one, I have multiple bills, and then I cell phone, all of it. So I think the biggest difference is just bills for me. It was fun to be technical.
Bills.
Bills.
Said it best.
I completely
agree. That's true. You know what? But it's not only bills. It's like energy. Like if you aren't going to the gym or staying somewhat active, energy goes so fast. I don't even want to go out anymore. I just want to stay home.
Yeah.
I just want to go. Like after this, I just want to go sleep. Like, and I have stuff to do, and I just can't. Like I don't have the motivation or energy, and I feel like I'm getting old.
Yeah.
It actually makes me very upset.
Right. Like, I used to turn up, it's Thursday, it's happy hour time,
right. Like 2 a.m. I'll be fine. No, if I drink, no.
Oh, damn.
If I drink past like 10 p.m., I'm calling out of work tomorrow. I can't. I can't. It's just too much.
It's like the only time you have energy is, when you're working, like when you're on set. And it's not even a big burst of energy, like it's higher, but you can hold on.
It's enough to get
Right.
you.
It's enough to get you through.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's
when
an
you're
adrenaline rush,
home,
though.
exactly.
I just started because I work overnight, so it's just like
Mm.
I didn't expect to keep this job overnight, but I was like,
Mm.
I don't know. It's like, man, at 12 o'clock, I'd be like, what is going on here?
You
Like at
drink
2,
coffee? Are you a coffee drinker?
no, I don't like. I feel like coffee drain your energy. So what I've been doing, the only thing I be on water and for the first time Red Bull. So I'm a comedian at work. I don't know. People find me funny. I'm not funny. I just be myself. And I told him, I said, yo, I really believe these commercials because Red Bull really do get a wing. So I'm just like, when you drink Red Bull, it's like your energy just go up. But any other drink definitely like brings it down. But coffee, I can't see how people drink coffee. It's just no.
You put a little,
Coffee makes me cozy.
yeah, I would need it like
Chicken
inside, like in the wintertime or something.
I like coffee sometimes, but I'm not. I mean, like I've had it the last couple days, but I'm not huge on the energy blast of it. I do get tired after it. But what I have found that does have a crap ton of caffeine in it, I don't know how, yerba mate. And I don't know if you guys have seen, like, they're in like gas stations and stuff in like the yellow cans or whatever. Sherry, you should try those.
Mm.
They're like not the same as Red Bull. They're not as awful for you. They're more natural, I think, but they are charged. And it doesn't have the same crash at all as caffeine.
What's the name of it?
Yerba mate. So YERBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely go look it down.
Because I need something to pick me up. I mean, I be drinking like iced lattes all the time, and I drink everything. I don't drink iced lattes. You know, I'm fancy, and then every now and then I have maybe iced coffee, but I like lattes. I like espresso.
So
Espresso gets me really going, and I'll be on my calls at work like la 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 la, like I'll be going, and then about 2 hours later I'll be like, oh my god, I need a nap. Like I need to sign off of work and to go take a nap real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Sheree?
I was saying, I'm gonna try what Kelsey said because I don't know, them iced coffees. Listen, they if you work in an 6 to 8 hour shift, that's not for your stomach. Okay, that's not for your stomach.
What I will say, because I'm very open and honest, iced coffees make me gassy. So if I'm at work and I have iced coffee, people will know because they are going to soon find out. It is a mess. And I'm telling you, no, it don't even be stinking. I'm not saying like my first stinking, but my iced coffee toots, they just won't stop. It's like toot toot, like it's like a little train. It be going like an hour, and I don't know where it be coming from, but it don't be stinking. It just be like a quick little toot. And I'm like, damn,
not the toot toot.
Yes, like okay, but yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man, y'all crazy.
So my final question before we go on break, which I'm very excited about because we have a special song that an artist sent in from Africa, and she is an African artist and she has some good music. But before we go on break and show you that, I do want to ask you one last question, ladies. And this is one I was thinking about not too long ago. So it resonates with me very well because I lost a few friends recently because of like arguments and stuff like that, drama. So do you prefer having a lot of friends or just a few close friends?
You want to know what's so crazy about that, Justin? Last night, I was in my kitchen warming up some food, and I just started thinking about like all of the friends that I have, like best friends, and people outside people always say like, you got that many friends? Like, no, I keep my circle tight, which is that's to each his own.
Right.
But I literally have a best friend from every single like monumental time in my life. I still have a best friend from elementary school age. Wow. I still have a best friend from middle school age. I have a best friend from high school age. And I have a couple of them from adult ages, from, by the time like college to now. I met a couple of people that have become best friends, and that is my circle. So altogether, I think I have about 7 or 8 of them. Right. So
Close
like,
friends.
like best friends. I have 7 or 8 best friends, but they're from like different sections of my life.
I know
And
one of them, Ebony.
yes, and
I like
that's
her.
my college age friend. Like I met her in college, and that is my best friend. You know, one of my
Right.
best friends. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so I saw Kelsey was nodding. Kelsey, do you agree with JoJo, or do you think differently?
I think if we're going with would you rather have a lot of friends or have a couple close, I would obviously rather have a couple close. But the way my life's set up, I do too. I have a crap ton of really great friends, and I wouldn't hesitate to tell them that they're my best friends. That's just the way I operate.
Right.
I honestly wouldn't count it. I don't know. But they are all from different stages in my life, and I think like it's because we've built different relationships with each person. You've seen me through different things, and you know, like I think I'm a very loyal friend, and I think my friends are too. And it kind of just rolls. And I also think moving and stuff as well. Like I've moved around quite a bit, and you pick up friends, but you also recognize that the distance doesn't matter to certain people as well.
Right.
Which is a huge thing. Like if you can find friends that like it's, you know, it's cool when you don't talk to them every day. It's cool like when you talk to them every couple months. Like there's one of my friends I've been trying to FaceTime for like 3 months at this point. But you know, life happens, and we both know we'll hop in right where we left off when we do that. And
absolutely,
yeah.
And you're gonna listen. I'm not an advocate for no new friends. Like that has never been my motto. I don't understand that. I don't agree with it. You need new friends, especially because you're constantly growing, and everybody here is in the entertainment industry. You're going to meet tons of people. You're going to, you know, cultivate really meaningful relationships with other people in your adult years, years to come. Shit, you might find your really closest friend by the time you're 50 in the industry. Like, and those friends understand you from another point of view. You know, whereas a friend from like elementary school they're not going to understand unless they're in it with you, the entertainment industry. But you'll have those people that are really close to you in that. So yeah, I mean, I'm an advocate for having as many friends as you want, but also practicing discernment and knowing who is really for you and who's not. That's the key, you know. So yeah, that's my take.
I gotta say too, set friends, that's way different. Like when you bond with somebody on a set, though, it can be a whole different level of friendship or family, like so quick, or it's just or whatever. But when it does go well, you just click. That's one of my favorite things, when you just get a cast and you're just like, we're good.
I love that.
It's so good. It feels good.
Yeah, I like I know for me, like I know a lot of people, but I got 4 main best friends. They none of them in the industry, but I have a lot of sisters and brothers that are in the industry. I still have a lot of friends from, you know, like y'all said, from different stages of life that, you know, we all grew up with each other, and they still understand. Most of them there just for more support, and they get excited when I do this career, and they just cheer me on. But there are others where you had to put them in their place. You know, like you was you know, a while you didn't understand because you were just like vulnerable and stuff. But now that you older and you wiser, it's like, no, I'm gonna put you in your place now, and then I'm gonna wish you well. Because at the end of the day, those friends are not for you. And some of these friends you meet in the industry, and like you said, in the industry, people come and go. People have come back, and you know they'll come back in your life later on, and you know if they still toxic, hey, you just keep them at a distance, but y'all still could be on that cordial level. But at the end, do I believe a person can change? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm on the fence with that. If I go, a person can change and stuff. So,
But Cherie, I'm laughing because the
I thought
last
took a-
conversation. Cherie, I'm laughing because the last conversation we had about something, I saw something on, and I'm gonna talk to you about it. But when you said toxic, I'm just like, it's definitely some toxic people
It
in
is.
the industry.
Like
Oh,
I be
yeah.
trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep it so some subtweeting and not just throw the names out, but and then they'll block you because you told the truth. But I'll be like, are you mad because I told the truth on you? Like, why are you blocking me?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna wish you well, but anyway. But it's just no. I'm smiling a lot more days and being more peaceful. But so last couple months we talked, I was like, I was angry. Now I'm on this more like, forget these people. Because guess what? Life is a full circle in this industry. Because we all got to see each other at award shows and events. It's like they're gonna see you ghost. But no,
Mhm.
for real. That's what I believe now. Life is a full circle. So I always say, if they weren't meant for you during that time, they gonna see you at this event and be like, it's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna say hi or whatever. But yeah, that's what it is. Just have good friends around you now, good energy. We getting older, even at 26. Like,
Yeah. I think this is
26,
the craziest time for it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like
Waves. It's like some girls or people in general, not just girls, but some people line up with my wave now, and some are on a whole different wave, and then we'll find each other later on.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ebb and flow to friendships, and it's cool that you just let people ride with it, and if they loop back around, they do, and if not, it was cool.
Yeah, that's like one quick thing I want to say is like cause we at work, we be talking about this in the middle of the night. We all just be talking at work, and the main thing everybody talk about is the majority of a guy and a female. So we were saying, well, a guy at a certain age should be saying, oh, well, she got a fat butt. Let me go talk to her. First of all, if you over 26 or 28, you need to be talking about what's your credit score. What you gonna do in 5 years.
I wish it stopped there.
It's that maturity. It's the maturity.
So some chick is gonna turn you off. Like he gonna say, "Excuse me, you got a fat butt." She gonna be like, "Okay, how old are you?"
Right.
Right.
Come on now. It's a mess.
Well, I know, Cherie, you have to head out in just a moment, actually, before we take our break. So I don't know if you want to say anything before we go to our break, Cherie, before you head out.
It was definitely fun, like coming on here. I definitely hope we all do it again, and be safe out here, man. Don't worry about the negativity. We all got so much going on. Worry about your career. Keep that good energy around you, and this have faith. Have faith through this because I feel like if you didn't come out nothing, man. If you ain't come out with nothing during this pandemic, then what did you do during this time? I mean, we still in the middle of a pandemic. It's just stuff is slowly coming back on, but we in the middle of a pandemic. But you should have at least came out with some growth, a skill. Some people canceling their memberships. I heard their gym memberships. I heard so people starting to run bike clubs. I'm proud of these people. People look normal.
Yeah.
Right.
having book clubs, coffee clubs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm proud of everybody on here. Y'all keep up track of everybody. Y'all all doing y'all thing, and I'm pretty sure we all gonna work with each other in our careers. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
And Kelsey, be safe during the wildfires out there. Be safe out there.
Yes, please be safe.
I'm good.
Well, thank you, Cherie, for joining us. It was definitely great having you as always, and we'll have you back on soon. Have a good night at work. Get that bag. Get them coins.
Yes.
I'm gonna try.
All coins matter. So,
all coins matter. Hashtag. See you, Cherie.
All right. So I do want to go to a break, and actually beforehand, I want to let you guys know. So oftentimes in our Out the Box Radio Show account email, we have people submitting songs to play. Now they do get, filtered through. I'm not going to lie. They are listened to, and if they're radio ready and they sound great, Sure, we give you the opportunity to put you on the platform. If they sound like you're on your phone and you can hear static or it's like muffled like you're singing through a glass, honey, try again. So this song I was super excited though about because this is an artist. I was working with her PR person and a manager, if you will, and her name is Anna Moore. She is from Zimbabwe. Well, she was a young singer from Zimbabwe, now living in Cape Town, South Africa. She has a new released single, which is pretty big out there. I listened to it earlier and I was like, okay, so I definitely want to play it on here. The song is called Bazooka. And oh wow, and apparently we found a photo. Look, I didn't even know we had a photo.
Nice.
So we're gonna go ahead and play this song for you during our break, and we're gonna be right back with some entertainment topics with Kelsey and JoJo right here on Out the Box. So don't go anywhere. Be right back.
This is coming from deep down in my heart. This is coming from the core of my heart. When I'm with you, I don't think about nobody else. When I'm with you, I don't see nobody else. What you done to me, baby, what you do to me. You done make my heart go gaga. 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 Kundi tendere tapungwa. Kundi si andane tungu. You done make my heart go gaga. Jamba basu, jamba, 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 jamba basu, jamba. I don't wanna cry no more. I don't wanna be unhappy. I just wanna live my life. Happy no way. Cause ndiwe unegese. Unonditira yese. Kwese. Tiri tise. So baby, usandisi andega. Baby, listen to me carefully. So baby, usandisi andega. Cause you done make my heart. You done make my heart go gaga. 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 Kundi tendere tapungwa. Kundi si andane tungu. You done make my heart go gaga. Jamba basu, jamba, jamba basu, jamba, jamba basu, jamba, jamba basu, jamba, jamba basu, jamba. Jamba basu, jamba, jamba basu, jamba, jamba basu, jamba. You done make my heart go gaga. 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 Jamba basu, jamba, 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 jamba basu,
Just want to do a dance. And we are back.
Yes, we're back.
Ooh.
Yes, from South Africa, Anna Moore. What do y'all think?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Definitely had a nice little vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
I can get jiggy with it.
Mm-hmm. When the beat dropped, the chorus started, I was just like, okay. This makes me want to, move your shoulders or something.
Right.
I was like, go ahead, girl. So anyways, yes, we are back. Thank you again to Cherie for joining us. I forgot to mention something at the beginning of the show. Cannot believe I forgot this. Today, I know you can't see behind the stage, we call it, but we have Brian, one of our other show technicians, if you will, that's helping us out run the show behind the scenes. So we're not doing anything. We're just talking. So thank you for Brian for helping us with the show today. Tori, our normal studio manager or technician, if you will, also known as the Good Trump, his birthday is today. So shout out.
Happy
Shout out to
birthday
Tori.
to my fellow Virgo.
Yes. Shout out to him. I know he's turning up. That's why he couldn't probably make it because he's
Right.
like, eyes up in shots right now. He probably can't even see straight. And I don't blame him. So definitely want to give him a quick shout out. So we do have some entertainment topics. Definitely want to roundtable it with you too, ladies. And then, of course, we have some videos to show for some of them. But Jonee, I definitely want to kick it over to you first because you had a few good topics in relation to entertainment that I wanted you just to start us off with.
Yeah, so the first would be Brandy Monica versus.
Yes.
Everybody knows. If you don't know, you're gonna know now. I am a huge Brandy fan. Like, huge Brandy fan. So I was Team Brandy all the way. Now, what I will say is, like, I like Monica. I do love Monica as well. She has a couple of songs that I really love, but like, I'm devoted to Brandy Norwood. Okay. I thought that it was great. Like, they broke a record, which is amazing. I feel like the both of them, I think they're like 40 and 41. So, and they started out in the industry really young. So the fact that they have remained relevant is amazing. Like that is a true testament to their talent. And I'm all for the Black Girl Magic that was all sprinkled all over the world that night. Like that that in itself makes me so proud. We learned a little bit about Brandy. We learned that, I mean, for people that didn't know, Brandy is awkward. She's the awkward Black girl. She really is. There were a lot of cringe-worthy moments where I wish I could have just said to my girl, like, chill out.
Yeah,
like,
take a moment.
Take a moment. But she's like, but it's not anything where a lot of people like, she trying too much. It's not her trying too much. That's her personality.
Yeah,
she's just really awkward. And then you got Monica, who is a PK like me. She's a preacher's kid like I am. Who is just she ratchet. She about that life. She's Atlanta, she hood. She's always been that. That's how she's always been marketed. I think like Dallas Austin, he discovered her and basically told her, like, listen, be you. Because when she came in, it was only Aaliyah, Brandy, and Monica.
Yeah, just a few.
That was that. Yep. So, Brandy was the girl next door. Aaliyah was the tomboy. And you got Monica, who's about that, like, she's the hood. So you had every little, like, facet. And so you stayed true to that. And I honestly believe, like, if Aaliyah was still here today, she would still be very relevant as well.
I think so.
They each had their niche. So, like, I was so hyped that versus, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, I sang every song. Monica's song.
I know you do
songs, especially Brandy. Like, I was just they're very, and I don't like the fact that people compare them because they are two different people, two different artists. Like, just appreciate them in their lanes and appreciate the fact that they give you good music. Just at that. But I did go and do some research on the tea about the feud. Like,
so what happened? I didn't know there was such a feud, and I'm like,
oh, it was a big feud. So the feud between Brandy and Monica back then was, you had like, again, they were very different. Brandy was very very sheltered. She was very shy. She was very, like, mild and meek. Even in her singing, like, Monica has a stronger voice, like a louder voice. But Brandy's tone is unmatched, so she doesn't sing that loud. So even in the singing, you kind of get a feel for their personalities. Like, Monica's just like in your face. Brandy is more like, chill. So with that, a lot of it had to do with people in the background kind of like feeding that energy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, she said it. You know, she said this about you. You know, to Monica, and then Brandy, like, oh, she said this about you. You know, kind of, and they were so young. They were like 16 and 17 when The Boy Is Mine came out. They were young.
Favorite songs, by the way.
It is.
Oh, I love Boy Is Mine. I used to always be Brandy. My friend would be Monica. I'd always be right. We had a mop. We had a mop. Okay, really quick. We had a mop, and it was one of the old stringy mops. And and for a while, I used to always imagine what it would look like with dreads. Sometimes I put a little bit, like I'd wear a hat and wear like the little mop pieces, look like I was wearing dreads. Right. And yes, and even though back then I don't think Brandy had dreads, no, maybe braids. But I would act like I was Brandy with my little mop hair hanging out. And I could think mine, and my friend was like, yes, I sure did. I love that song.
Yes, they were young. They were kids. Yeah. So when you have adults in your ear about what a girl your age is saying about you, like automatically you just think, you don't think, well, let me ask her. You know, you don't think the mature, like, you know, whatever, let me just talk to her, or let me go off of my own, you know. But that was the big thing. They really did fight. There really was a fight. So the only time that they ever performed that song ever together was the MTV Music Awards. And right before the awards, like, Monica walked right up to Brandy and like socked her ass, like,
no,
yes.
Oh my God.
Like Monica's talked about it, Brandy has talked about it. Like, it was a real fight right before they went on stage, and they had to go on stage and act as if like everything was okay. So like it was real. It was real. But I think the thing that kind of got them to a better place was, unfortunately, Whitney Houston dying. Because they were doing the press tour and everything for the second song that they had together, It All Belongs to Me, back in 2012, and they were both in the hotel, like the same hotel that Whitney was in. And it was like, you know, Whitney was on like the 8th floor and they were on like the 4th floor or something like that. And they both, you know, had time with Whitney, and then all of a sudden she was gone. So they got that call together. They were in the room together. And, you know, they both had their own separate relationships with Whitney Houston. So them losing her at the same time kind of catapulted them really mending what was going on from all of those years ago. And so, you know, I have my own little, you know, feelings about the verses as well. People are like, Monica's so stuck up. Like, she wasn't singing none of Brandy's songs. I mean, she wasn't, but, you know, that's just, I mean, it's her personality. You can't expect for her to be like, yeah, you know, this is, like, that's not her. Like, she's really true to who she is. And that, because she was being true to who she is, doesn't mean that she had an issue with Brandy. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll be honest and say I have not watched any of the other verses prior to this. I haven't, because I just am busy, or I just don't have interest in it. I just don't care. I'll tune into social media and see what people have to say afterwards.
Right.
So maybe, I don't know how these work, but I was thinking that they're going to be actually like singing their songs, not just the DJs playing it. So I was disappointed, because I was thinking they were going to be singing their songs. So I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, JoJo, because you saw me. We was chatting in there. Yeah. I was only there for like maybe the first 45 minutes, because I was like, okay. I honestly got a little bored, because I'm like, I wanted to hear them sing their song. At least I'm bored. Yeah. And like, they weren't playing The Boy Is Mine, so I was like, okay. So I left, because within the first hour they didn't play it. Did they play it?
They did at the end.
Yeah. Oh, see, no.
Yeah.
They
wouldn't. I mean, it made sense to play it at the end, because actually, The Boy Is Mine is Brandy's song.
Yeah.
So it's her song. So, but they both were on it. But that was what they did to close the show out. The Boy Is Mine.
What do you think about the attire, the wardrobe for the evening?
So Monica was sitting, in her Fendi. I hated her pants. I hated her pants.
I
didn't
hate.
like how like they gathered at like the crotch area.
Yes.
If they were gonna be like that, they
Oh,
need
I
to
didn't
be
see that.
skins. Yeah, I didn't like that part.
Well,
But
I didn't
like the corset and the little jacket and the hat was dope.
You
I
couldn't
loved
see the
everything
pattern.
she wore that I saw, but when I was watching, she was sitting. I never
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
anything.
You
I didn't
didn't.
watch that long either, honestly.
I watched the whole thing.
I'm
I
sure.
ain't even gonna lie.
I watched Rick Ross and 2 Chainz the whole way through,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and then I watched the John Legend and Alicia Keys on Juneteenth.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
that probably was a really good one. I should have watched that.
It was good though.
Oh, but see, so with Monica, I just from far away, the outfit did not look good because you could not see the pattern, and I couldn't tell what it was. Someone posted a picture on Facebook, which I died laughing because I could not agree more.
A little Farquaad.
No,
Oh.
but Farquaad from Shrek. No, but I'm thinking about from White Chicks when he was putting the outfit on. It was like the button popped off.
Yes. It was
Yeah,
I
with that
really,
jacket on.
honestly, I loved the corset with the jacket and the hat. I thought it was so dope because I knew it's Fendi. It was Fendi.
Yeah.
It was all Fendi print. It was dope. I hated the pants because I just felt like it should have been like skin tight. But it was like every
It was
time she
ruffling
got
up.
up. Yeah, it ruffled up in like the
Was it
crotch
just
area.
the top though, like when she was sitting and stuff that kind of gathered?
No, when she was sitting, you couldn't see it. But
See
when
it.
she got up, like, she got up a couple of times and you're just like, yeah, no, they're not
It was
tight
like
enough. They don't fit
It
right.
wasn't fitted right.
Right. It was not
I
fitted
feel
right.
like
Yeah.
it happened though because she had to sit, like because it's such a sit down, stand up. Honestly, the real issue is that leather pants are not made for verses because you can't sit and stand like that for that long a period of time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't move freely. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so what about Grandma Brandy?
Brandy was. I hated her outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't want to be mean because I was gonna say the same thing, but oh my
I
god,
did not. I don't. I mean, I feel like she's doing her own thing. Like she's in her own style. For a long time, she's had people tell her what to wear, how to wear her hair, what to do, and so now, like she's not tied to any label. She's literally free. She can just do what it is that she wants to do, and I respect her being, doing her thing. But personally, I hated it.
Yeah,
that's just not my. It's just I didn't like.
I
didn't like
blame you.
anything about
The
it.
shoes.
Everything, but yeah, down to the shoes. But anyway, I do want to switch gears. I think we still have like 4 or 5 more topics and about 20-ish minutes to cover, so I'm gonna try to get through them pretty quickly. But JoJo, go ahead to your next one because I know you have another good one.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. That really affected me personally. I know it affected even down to my niece. She loves playing Fortnite, and Fortnite has a tribute to like Wakanda, Black Panther on there. And she was just like, "Oh, Black Panther!" Like my nephew is really sad. Like and seeing the tributes that the children have done for the Black Panther. The movie is so much more than a movie. He is so much more than just an actor. Like to know that he did all of this work while battling stage 3, stage 4 cancer was
and he was 43 years old, right? So young. 43 years old.
Yep, he was young. Yep.
Well, and if you go online, they have, I saw it on one of the websites I go to, which is thatgrapejuice.net. But if you go, I'm sure it's on other websites as well. Lupita from Black Panther, she wrote a tribute and a message to him. And it's like 6 pages long. It's a little bit lengthy, but definitely check it out because it's very emotional. And she just talks about how their chemistry was on set and how he was so like big brother, father type to her. from beginning to end of filming and like their genuine relationship. So it was pretty sad to read, but she's still in shock and she still can't believe it.
So
Yeah.
I've been wondering, like, did the cast know,
Mm-mm.
or were they just as shocked as we were?
I don't think they knew. I think
think they-
something in Lupita's thing that says something like, to find out you were struggling with all this stuff.
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan said something about it as well.
Yeah.
Because he had a lot of emotional ones, and he's still posting about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
I think he said something.
Chadwick told his cast and crew.
You know what was an interesting point though that somebody brought up to me? I think my dad said it or something. The people that he has to have had in his circle to never have said anything in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And as big as he got, to never use his name to be like, and he's doing it all while he has cancer. So
Right.
nobody ever used his name.
Right.
With that, or his sickness is like a means to boost him. Amazing.
Amazing.
Those are the friends you keep around.
Yes.
That is so crazy to me.
I agree. Man.
You know, it's just hard for people who have to, I mean, not that I know because I can't relate, but like just imagining how hard it would be to keep cancer a secret, especially if you're in the entertainment industry. And like, there's bound to be times when paparazzi sees you coming from maybe an appointment or something, or people are just in your business as an entertainer to where something gets leaked out. And once it's leaked out, it's all over the world. So for that to be that big of a thing to be a secret for him is wild in my mind, and very unfortunate because it wasn't expected.
Right.
Nobody knew that, no one knew that was
now,
coming.
I know for a fact that he chose not to do chemo while he was filming these movies. I know it. And the reason why I know is because like chemo has a completely different effect on your body, your hair, your everything. And so the fact that he made the sacrifice to not do chemo, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure like once he in between he did. But like while he was filming these movies, I know he didn't.
Yeah.
It says, I think there was something else that says he did treatments in between.
In between
shooting, because, and then like, I know we've all seen the pictures of him like more recently when he was so thin and people were like making fun of him and stuff and when he was sick. Or we didn't know he was sick and all that, but he is entirely, obviously, and rightfully so, like entirely different looking.
Right.
Yeah. I think what really made this an extra layer of it to me, though, was watching it, it was the same. I watched all of the March on Washington on TV.
Yeah.
And then it happened like just hours later. And it was Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah.
And I was like, how much more?
Yeah.
How much more? I was cooking dinner and I stopped and started crying. Like I had to turn off the stove. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
That was tough. I mean, it still is. I can't believe it. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? I saw somebody had posted a clip of watching the Avengers while they were in the movie theater, and just the reactions. I don't know. I think it was the last Avengers when they defeated Thanos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the scene where Captain America was on the battlefield, and then one of the little time travel loops had come open, and Black Panther, Okoye, and his sister, I forget her name. What was the sister's name? I forget. But they had come out of the little circle, and the movie theater erupted with like applause and gas and all of this, right? And so I'm just like watching that scene, and I'm like, why did it have to be our king though? Like, you know, why did it have to be ours with the Black community going through all of it is that they're going through right now? It just had to be ours.
Yep.
To go.
Yep.
It couldn't have been, and I don't wish that on anybody.
I
Right.
promise you. Like, I don't wish it on anybody. That's it's a lot to deal with. But why did it have to be ours? Like,
Yeah.
why?
Just
Why?
another layer.
Our little babies, like our babies, are really going through it. Have you seen like the little tributes the kids have done?
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
their
it's
toys.
so sad. Oh,
Just,
it's so sad.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah.
speaking of, because I don't want to like shift topics and seem like a rude ass, because it's a very emotional one for sure. But speaking of movies, I know you had another one that threw me. Oh, I thought someone was coming to the door. I heard something. I'm like, hold up, don't interrupt. So you were talking about another topic about a movie that I am shocked that it cost $30.
Mulan.
It's $30.
It's $29.99. And here's the thing, right? They have
It didn't even come out in theaters, right? It just jumped right.
But it's being shown on Disney Plus. And you know, Disney Plus people have to pay a subscription every month.
Right.
So they pay for that subscription, and then you have to pay an additional $30 to watch Mulan.
But
That's
you know
more.
what that is? That's them trying to balance out the fact that they can't sell tickets to the movie.
I bet.
I mean, I get
They've
it, but
got to be in such a hole all of a sudden to like to
But
not.
then I still can't even. I still don't know.
I don't think it's justifiable. I think that's wild, but that's what they're trying to do.
It's stupid because
And
what was that movie that Issa Rae did? I forget the name of it, but it was a comedy. She was like on a date with her boyfriend, and
oh yeah,
that new movie.
Yeah.
It streams on
Yes.
Netflix. So if you had Netflix, it streams for free.
Yep.
So why is it that Mulan feels
It's
like
Disney. It's Disney. Disney's trying to make their money, and they know that it came out at they released this movie at the wrong time. I'm sure they can't help it too much, but it's the pandemic, and nobody's going to go to the theater to see it. So it's jumping right to virtual or online or whatever, and they have to make up for all the money they spent a lot of movie on this production.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, a lot of money, and I don't think they're going to get nearly half of it back.
But
Compared
you
to
know what else, though? Disney doesn't need to worry about their money.
right?
Which is
They
true.
don't. Like,
One
come on.
it,
thing.
which is true.
It's a lot of
They
people
also
that
own
have Disney Plus.
ABC, ESPN. They own everything. Disney owns everything.
Everything, right?
They literally don't need to worry about Mulan.
And
Good.
plus, now everyone's signing up for Disney Plus. They probably made just enough from people's memberships during the pandemic, especially.
Yeah.
And they
Exactly. And they did it though. They also had a whole bunch of people signing up when they put Hamilton on.
Right.
Yes.
Drew a lot
I
of
didn't-
and
I
it
didn't catch that. I really wanted to. I heard it was good.
it's good.
Oh,
It's very beautifully done.
I wanted to see it. I didn't get a chance to see it.
Story, but that's for a longer discussion of reasons. Like
It's a long. Isn't it like 2 or 3 hours?
it's 3 hours. It's a play. It's literally you're watching a full length play. Beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful concept. Love it.
That's good. I mean, I probably am a little bit impatient because 3 hours. You know, that's at 20s to 30s. I
You're
can't
not-
sit still for
you
2 hours.
might fall asleep a little bit, but if you start at a decent time, it's good. It's good.
Okay, I do want to see it.
Yeah. I do
do.
too. But I don't know. I feel some type of way towards Disney. Like, come on, y'all really.
Oh yeah.
If I'm gonna pay for the subscription, why do you have to pay an additional $30 to see?
30
And then it's not even the real Mulan. Like, you know, I grew up. I saw the cartoon. You know.
Right. Me too.
It's not a musical either at all, right?
Nope.
No. So it's
I
live
like
action.
It's like a
I
lot.
heard
It's like
from
an action.
a lot of Asian Americans that you shouldn't. It's not worth your money. Like, and if they're telling me to not go watch it, I'm not going to watch it.
Right.
Right.
I don't have any. I don't really enjoy Mulan. Honestly, it was never one of my favorite films.
It wasn't one of my favorites either, honestly.
I know there's some people that like always loved it, but I don't know why I didn't. But anyway,
I don't think I ever watched the full cartoon. If I did, it was when I was like 10, so I don't remember what it was about. I don't remember what it was about. But yeah, well, because we don't have as well, I'm going to skip a topic because I know we don't have as much time. I was going to show you something, but I'll ask you ladies if you remember this. Remember a year ago when a trailer came out, somebody made their own version of a trailer, and it was like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but they posted it. It's on YouTube. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out, viewers. But it was on YouTube and it was on somewhere else too. And I saw it online. I'm like, this was good. And everyone was saying, oh, no, like whoever did this is obviously it's fake. It's not true. Yada, yada, yada. And so after it came out, it got like over, I don't know if it was 6 or 60 million views. I want to say more than 6, probably 60 on YouTube alone. And I was like, well, they put a lot of effort into it. It was really good quality. I just don't want to think it's fake. Well, good news is it's not fake. I do have a video clip to show of Will Smith. He actually interviewed the I think producer and creator of the reboot. So Peacock Network or channel has signed on for a 2-season deal of a Fresh Prince reboot. I am really excited. Whoa. That was one of my favorite shows. Now, it's not what you think. It's not going to have any of the cast from Fresh Prince. It's a spinoff of the drama of what happened in Fresh Prince in real life in modern day today, especially in African American communities. So it looks really good. And they have a 2-season deal. But I want to show you a video clip. It's about 3 minutes long, 2 or 3 minutes long. Will Smith interviewed recently over the past couple of weeks the creator, and I want you guys to take a look and tell me what you think.
You guys remember that last year, young dude made a trailer called Bel Air. It was like a dramatic reimagining of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I'm about to talk to him right now. There's big news. Stay tuned.
Yo, my guys, we have just officially closed the deal with Peacock with an unprecedented 2-season order from a pitch. I've been in this business for 30 years and that does not happen. They ordered 2 full seasons of Bel Air based on the quality of the pitch and the work that you guys have done. So I want to say congratulations. I am hyped.
Thank you. That's so exciting. Morgan, it's a testament to your vision. A 2-season commitment is just nothing says we believe in the show. 2-season commitment.
Now it's on you guys back.
I'll happily carry that. On the one hand, it's so personal to you and your journey as an artist, and here we are sharing that with you right now, and that's enormous. And then tapping into what's happening around us right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Getting us back to humanity.
That's what I'm most excited about, and what really clicked in my mind about when I saw the trailer that Morgan did. The concepts in the Fresh Prince of Bel Air reimagined as a drama, like a real kid from West Philadelphia, modern day, a black family in Bel Air. The Carlton character, a black young Republican, modern day, like that, like the heat that will be stirred up between these characters. It's like, what's the Hillary character in a world of Instagram and social media?
I'm so glad you're here. I need to take you shopping, Rodeo Drive. Oh my gosh.
Like, what does that become? Uncle Phil, a black lawyer turned judge today with, young black kids coming before him.
I'm the law.
Aunt Viv, a professional woman that decided to raise her family, and now that her kids are older, making her way back into the world of what is her life going to be as her kids have grown up. Like all of that stuff is so rich, dude.
Yes. There's so many layers to these characters, you know what I mean? And we're really going to peel back the layers of these iconic characters.
Yeah, Will is very loud in that video, but I love Will Smith. But yeah, so I am extremely excited for this because I thought, if you haven't seen the trailer, again, look it up. Official, I think it's on YouTube. It's official. It's called Bel Air. It's not Fresh Prince of Bel Air. It's just Bel Air. But it looks pretty good. I will say, Kelsey, I always thought you looked more like Hillary. You should have played Hillary in this because I don't think the girl. Yes. I don't think she's going to pull in this one.
You said it, and I was like, so what you're saying is.
Yes. You would have been a better
Start
killer.
a petition for it. We'll start a petition.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, maybe if they do more seasons, maybe you can kick that one off and you can go ahead and try.
Right,
It-
because
I'm right here. Bel Air's on the road.
You're in LA.
I'm right here.
and that show is famous for like switching out characters in the middle.
Hello. Oh my
Exactly.
God.
All the
Without any explanation.
Without any explanation. But yeah, I am really excited for. I don't know if Will is jumping on as like executive producer, or if he's even playing a part in it. I mean, he should. He has to, right?
Yeah.
I'm really excited for them, and I'm excited for the young creator and writer of the series too, because this is going to be huge for him. So I don't have Peacock.
But I would buy it for this.
Well, I might. I'll do my subscription for 30 days, and then Yes. So we'll see. But I am excited for that. Jumping gears, I know we only have like 6 or 7 minutes left. So really quick, Housewives update, but not Atlanta, surprisingly. What? This is actually about Potomac, and I'm trying to get into Potomac. I'm trying my best. I won't lie, it's very dull. I think Potomac is one of the most boring Housewives franchise of the entire network or franchise, right next to, I think, Orange County, but very boring. But I will say I'm trying to get into it because they're local and I want to support. Anyways, Ashley Darby, who is a resident in DC, on the show. She's the one with the fun curly hair, light skin. Ashley's cool. I think she's okay. I kind of like her. She's known to stir the pot. Happy for her though. She's having her second child. She was having complications with her first.
Oh, she's pregnant again?
She's pregnant again. She just announced it on her Instagram and social media.
With
like
her husband, the same husband?
The same husband.
He's bisexual.
That was my next topic. Yes. So the next Sunday's episode, it wasn't this past week. Next Sunday, there is a scene where he is going to sit down with Ashley and talk about what happened, because he basically got caught at a stripper club and got caught saying that he has a boyfriend and his wife. So not only is he bisexual, but he's messing around out there while she's pregnant with her second child, with not just women. So that's a little crazy. And there is a clip I want to show you. She did an interview where she admitted like her marriage is unconventional, I think is the way she worded it. But this is her first time she's ever admitted to actually something not being perfect in her marriage. So finally the truth, unveils. But take a look at just a clip of Ashley Darby doing an interview, kind of talking about her marriage and what's going on.
There hasn't been a season of this show where your marriage isn't called into question, where your personal life isn't up for discussion.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about what we're going to see this season, which I think kicks off in the next episode, really?
Yes, it does. Michael and I are an unconventional couple in many ways, and we have more hurdles to overcome than, in my opinion, other marriages. When people say that becoming parents can really change a relationship dynamic, I never thought that would be me. And so it's really just another way that we have to strengthen our relationship.
Some new allegations are brought up by Candace, or make their way to Candace. What are we going to see in terms of how you handled getting this news?
Candace has said a lot of things that weren't true, so I didn't, I took it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
So that was part of the clip, not the full clip, but she does talk about what's going to happen next Sunday's episode at 8 p.m. With the conversation with her husband. She did not get into it in this video because she didn't, she can't talk about it because it hasn't aired yet. But if you've seen a preview from last week, you can see where they showed a clip of them together, and it did not look like it went too well. But yeah, so interested to see how this plays out. Really interested to see how they treat her at the reunion, because every year at the reunion, they bash on her and her husband. I don't blame them, because he's been known to grab a camera guy's ass on set. He's been known to flirt with these men that are in production, filming the show behind the scenes. He's a little bit messy, and he's not even good looking. So for me,
doing too much.
He's doing too much, and she deserves better. And her baby looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. Okay. Because he's not attractive, and the baby looks just like him. But yes, so I know we really don't want to, but I know we do have to go because our time is up. Other shows are coming on, so I do want to thank you, Kelsey, again for joining us.
Of course.
Yes, Kelsey, from the
All the way
from
all the way from Cali. Hopefully, when you're here next month, we'll be able to connect and meet up with you before you go back to LA. So I'll be reaching out to you. But yes, thank you again for joining, as always. And JoJo, as always, I will see you next week right here.
Yes.
So make sure y'all tune in. This was a good show, a lot of juicy topics. Again, if you...
My birthday is next Saturday.
Ooh! Oh,
so
yes.
Just put a pin on it.
Put a pin on it. Oh, I'm about to hit you up and see what you're doing. Yes.
Not a damn thing.
Well, we can change that.
Unless somebody wants to send me to Jamaica. Outside of that, I'm not doing it.
That's about it? Okay. Well, we'll talk. We'll definitely talk. All right, guys, ladies, and viewers, thank you again for tuning in to Out the Box Radio Show on Ripped Radio Network, and we will see you all next week.
Bye. Nice to meet you. See ya.